People come to me and say, I'm popping the ball up. How do I stop popping that ball up? My first thought is, there are many ways to pop the ball up. It depends on what you're doing. Today I'm going to talk about where we're hitting that ball, whether that's out in front or whether we're letting that ball get back even with us. If you've seen people hit the ball and they pull their paddle way back here behind them, or at least even with them, or back like this, that could be the cause of some of their pop-ups. Here's why. If I'm hitting back here, or I'm hitting back here, it's very difficult, maybe impossible, to look that ball all the way into our paddle. We always need to keep our eye on this ball and track it all the way in. Generally what I see is when people do this, they're here and they're not looking at the ball anymore, and so their accuracy goes down. If this paddle angle is off, that ball's going up. Try not to be back here hitting, that's going to be very inconsistent. If we're hitting with our paddle back here, it can be very tempting to use this bicep to add more power, more pace to that ball, and we end up doing this. If we're doing this, very short, compact swing, and you can tell quickly I'm getting a bunch of lift on that ball, and that may be one of the reasons why you're popping that ball up. Try not to hit with this paddle back here. Try to keep the ball and the paddle at least in front of our body a little bit. So why do people hit like this? I think it's primarily because our brain tells us the further back I can get this paddle, the more time I have to hit this ball. But that's not entirely true. It depends on how fast that ball is coming. So if that ball is coming at 40 miles an hour, but I only get my paddle back at 30 miles an hour, I've actually lost time getting this paddle back here, where I would have been much better off to slide this paddle over, keep it out in front where I can see it, and not waste time getting this ball all the way back here. This is very inconsistent. You're never going to hit very well consistently if you've got this paddle way back here behind you. Try and keep the paddle out in front and things will go much better. I will pop fewer balls up because I'm not doing this motion and lifting that ball.